Well, good morning guys. Today I would like to talk about a couple of supports mainly, and the characters every beginner should have built. So free-to-play supports that will go in a long run that you can build well, some at the start of the game, some a bit later when you get them. So without further ado, let's get into it. On the rank number 5, I would like to put both Hanya and Asta here. Hanya would be an honorable mention here, and Asta ranks a bit higher in the meta right now, simply because Hanya does apply a bit better buff. So she gives you both speed, attack, and also can increase your damage by putting stacks on some enemies, putting burden on them, and it gives you skill points. But Hanya's current meta problem is that meta is too erudition focused. So you want more DPSs in your team, dual DPS, you want erudition DPSs, so you would generally like to buff all of your team, which is exactly what Asta does. And if you're already giving someone a speed buffs, well, might as well give it to the whole team. So at place number 5 there's Asta. Well, Hanya is honorable mention, I suppose. Asta's value is in the fact that she gives you speed through her ultimate. That's her probably most known feature. It's pretty straightforward, it just gives speed for 2 turns to all allies. And one thing you might not have known is that through her talent, when she uses her skill, she gets a couple of stacks, for which she buffs attack of all allies. On level 1 it goes up to 35, and it goes way further than that. It's pretty amazing actually, it's quite strong attack buff. But if you need just one hypercare, then Hanya does pretty much the same thing. So through her ultimate she both buffs someone's speed for 16% of her speed, so she can even go over the speed that Asta gives you as long as you put enough speed into her and level this enough. Quick little editor's note. So Hanya buffs your speed by 20% on max level with no eidolons, and Asta on max level no eidolons buffs your speed for 50. So if you had even 200 speed on Hanya, let's say, that's still just 40% of increase for a character, while Asta buffs it for 50%, so excuse my little mistake, it's actually Asta who always gives you more speed. Plus it increases your attack, and through her skill, you also increase damage you deal to certain enemies. Actually through her talents, because her skill applies burden, and because of her talents, all characters deal more damage to enemies with burdens. Now let us get to number 4. For number 4 I would like to put Baya. So Baya is a Nihility character, for which I can, I guess, never get a good light going, because the Void is my best option because it increases hit rate. And her only use really is either to go for DPS, which is just not viable, or to go for pure ultimate support. Her ultimate shreds enemies defense, introduces it by 34%, which is a great Nihility buff, and pretty sure she's the only character that does that so efficiently, even more efficiently than Silverwolf. Silverwolf ranks quite low in Eurofiction because she's a single target. Even though she might have a bit bigger multiplier, she does not have that AoE effect, so in some case scenarios, Baya is actually S tier while Silverwolf is, well, D tier. Okay, C tier, as the current Eurofiction confirms. So even though Baya might seem like a very underwhelming character to build because she's meant to be a DPS, but she's not good at that, you really just want to give her a 2-piece of hacker space and 2-piece of something useful for her, just get her hit rate up, make sure she doesn't die, and well, that's it. It's just a simple burst support, yet one of the best characters in the game, who's still often used with even the best DPSs instead of some 5 stars. She's very useful and fits in with pretty much every character in the game. Now to the slot number 3, I would like to put Lynx here. Now the reason I'm putting Lynx over Baya is because let us just check our healer situation, okay? So let me just remind you, you need 2 healers, right? Because one team needs 1 healer, other needs 1 healer, and of course if you have Fushan, then maybe you don't need one. If you have Jeopard, maybe you don't need one. But Natasha is not that great, she's a starter character, and Bailu is Chichi of Honkai Star Rail. So Lynx is as close as you can get to 5-star with 4-star. This is just perfect balance, and if you want to main Blade or Clara, I think sometimes you would rather have Lynx on your team than Luachar Ho-Ho. Okay, maybe I'm going a bit too far, but for Clara, you want that Daunt, and guess what? If the target ally is a character on a path of destruction or preservation, the chance of them being attacked by enemies will greatly increase. So not only does she do a great healing, cleanse through her ultimate, and also quite a bit of energy regeneration through this, and does continuous healing, plus I'm pretty sure she gets, effect resistance for traces. Broken heal users, be happy. So yeah, Lynx just being a good healer overall makes her really important to build, because currently as we stand we don't really have many healing options. Bailu is terrible. She does do some healing, but you need that cleanse. If your character gets frozen, you would rather try to save them from getting frozen and heal them instead of resurrecting them once and then they die again. So I would like to put Lynx on a number 3 on this list. Solid in the middle, because we all need a healer, and of course she might not be better than Luocha or Huohuo. Not many players have access to them, not all players want to have both of them, so considering the fact that we have no abundance characters right now, and well, we will get Luocha, but still, I think it's worth to build one 4-star healer just for the sake of having it. So don't sleep on Lynx C, she's free now, pure fiction, make sure you build her. Okay, at number 4, I think you all could have predicted this, but Tingyun ranks quite high. She's, well, simply the best 4-star support in the game. And let's get over why. First, her being Harmony, that's already pretty nice. She can utilize Dance Dance Dance, which is pretty cool. She can utilize a messenger traversing hacker space, which for some reason I don't have equipped on her. And, well, let's just check what she does. So through her skill, gives 32% attack to one of your allies, up to 18% of Tingyun's current attack, and she puts some effect that they deal additional lightning damage, whatever. But her main value is right here. Regenerates 50 energy for a single ally. This goes a long way, and increases their damage by 35%. On level 6, mind you, this goes way further. So she's one of the 2 characters that can, through her ultimates, regenerate your energy of other characters. And on a single target, she does that better than Huohuo. Sure, Huohuo regenerates for the whole team, but sometimes 25 energy is just not enough. Sometimes this 50 energy just might come in clutch. You just might activate that one more burst, which could just casually cost you the game. And even as we stand right now in current meta, where you just want 3 DPSs in a team basically, she still manages to be S tier in pure fiction, even though she's a single target buffer. Tingyun is the most amazing support in the game. If you can get her eidolons, I would not advise you buy her in the store. I would generally advise going for light cones if you don't have some important light cones, for example, but the battle isn't over. Is amazing light cone that you could buy if you are willing to save this, or actually you just could buy Starrel special pass, because 21 pull is, well, actually 30 pulls for this. It's, well, a couple of 4 stars, increasing pity for a 5-star. It took me 30 pulls to get blades, so you gotta think for yourself which one you're going for, buying light cones or buying special pass. Now for the number 1 spots, we're not talking about 4 stars anymore, it's rather the first 5-star that you will get from beginner banner. So of course the number 1 place goes to Bronya, and she's not so obtainable, but you have quite a big chance to get her from both standard banner or from your beginner banner. And at the start of the game, you get quite a lot of these pulls, normal star rail passes, and it takes only 40 pulls on beginner banner. It takes like 76 around that to reach here, so you should get her pretty early, like up until AR30 you're probably getting one of these. And if you get Bronya, that's your S+ tier best support option you can build, which could be second only to Ronmei. But if you don't get Bronya and get Well, it's gonna be amazing support for the ratio. Malo and Jeopard are not better than Lynx, but still, if you need a second sustain for your second team, they are quite great options. If you get a DPS character, still, Himiko is S+ tier now. In pure fiction, Clara is A tier, overall great. If you get Yanqing, I am deeply sorry, but since they are actually not that hard to obtain, I think Bronya and maybe Welt also belongs here, but mainly Bronya deserves a number 1 place on this list as the best kind of free-to-play support worth building. So that's been my view on the value of these support characters that everyone should have builds. Let me know what you think of my ranking and which of these characters you have builds. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and as always, see you tomorrow. Bye!